Hi everyone, we are the team from Genius Plus Academy. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is very close to the heart of parents who have young children starting primary school soon. So with us we have Eileen and Eugene. Their kid Edison is going to primary 1 next year. So we want to find out how much do they think is a reasonable amount for them to be giving their P1 kid next year. Eileen, maybe you start off with your idea.
I think maybe $1.
$1. So can you justify to us why you think we should give Edison just $1?
Because when I was in P1, I think my mother used to eat 80 cents, then maybe a bit more.
Well, what do you eat with 80 cents?
If I'm not wrong, maybe a bowl of noodles with a cup of soya bean milk or something.
So 80 cents was enough?
Enough, because one bowl of noodles maybe the small size one maybe 40 cents.
We were in primary school more than 20 years ago. So I'm older than you, so I was in primary school earlier than you, and my parents gave me $2.
I mean, okay, but like maybe in school, I used to be in school, the pound maybe 50 cents or 60 cents, right? Then plus a drink maybe 40 cents.
So our recollections must vary, because I remember fried rice was 50 cents or bowl of noodles was 50 cents. But normally you want to add some stuff to it, like you want to add a nugget,
I
you want to get a drink, then maybe after school you want to buy a snack. Then how can that be possibly enough?
Maybe I don't buy a snack, so I didn't buy a snack. Maybe girls versus boys, girls need less money.
So I always tell my JC students, right, that you cannot think that there's no inflation. So what your parents gave you cannot be compared with the time now because there's inflation, right?
Yeah, just roughly gauge because I don't really know how much the food costs in school.
So we went for P1 orientation and I went to the school canteen to take a look. And the school canteen shows that a chicken burger is $2.50 and a bowl of noodles, your mee soto is $2.50. So what we're gonna do when we give Edison $1? So you're gonna go ask, hey auntie, just give me the soup, don't need the noodles, don't need the liao. Is it? Can we do that? Then how? So what is the appropriate sum to give?
Maybe $3. If you say $2.50 for a chicken burger, which is likely maybe what you will eat, then this is how much is one cup of drink?
No, I never checked about the drink, but I would say that $3 is enough. Then the other thing is this that I think we should take into consideration is that you kind of want to let your kid have the mindset of saving, right? But if you give them just enough to eat, then if they have to sacrifice eating, right, to save, and there's no excess in their allowance that allows them to save, isn't that going to be a problem as well?
But a lot of times when they have excess in money, when I was teaching in school, the students always go to the bookshop, so they buy things that they don't need.
But you can inculcate them in them the value and virtue of saving, right?
Okay. I mean, okay, then $3 is more fine.
That is something that is very important. Especially these days in a lot of schools, we have digital payment methods where they have that smartwatch that they just tap in order to pay or use that.
Like PayWave like that.
Yeah. And personally, I'm not a parent myself, but I feel that is something that detracts from one of the Asian traditional values of saving, because when you actually do not deal with the money itself, it doesn't inculcate in you the idea that I have to save some money. There is a physical, whether it's a piggy bank or some sort of physical representation of us storing the money somewhere for a rainy day, that is being taken away when we have all these digital payment methods. But from an educational perspective, do you think that this causes students to be not sensitive anymore to the idea of counting money?
Yes, definitely. So then they don't know, like, you ask them what is change. What is change? I don't know what's change. How much is so I give $1, then but the things cost 50 cents. So how much change will you get? No, I get nothing because just tap, right? So they won't get any change. So there are pros and there are cons. But I would prefer to use cash so that they learn how to do like the subtraction of like money. How much change will they get? So that at least they know some real life skills rather than just tap. Then they feel that money is just a device.
So if you have the choice of using physical coins or notes, you would rather give that to your Edison rather than to actually let them pay by EPM.
Yeah, I'll give him all the different denomination of coins so he can actually count and give to the auntie, whether exact or not exact, but at least he gets to count the money to give and know what to give to the auntie or uncle.
I see. So this has been a very enlightening conversation about how we actually deal with money for the primary school kids and what's a suitable amount of money to be giving the kids. So I think we are in the consensus here that probably around $3 is something that will be
If you have a kid, how much will you give
When I was in primary school, my parents gave me $1.
So I got the most.
When I was in secondary school, my parents gave me $4.
I think what parents should be doing is to look at firstly how much does they need to go and investigate how much food actually costs in school. Right. Then after that they need to see their kids are older, right, and they have to go for CCAs after school and they're eating outside. Then you need to give them a reasonable amount of money so that they can at least order food from, maybe not McDonald's, but maybe they go to a hawker store, they can buy chicken rice.
Last time Long John one meal is about $3.
Yeah, that's the point. You cannot base the allowance to give your children these days. In my time, Long John Silver one meal in primary 6, right, was $2.80.
Not so cheap.
Yes, it was $2.80, I recall. Right, so you cannot benchmark, right, how much to give your children
So he only spent
based on your experience in primary school. Okay, right, so if you found our video enjoyable, do subscribe and hit the bell notification number so that you can, be aware when our videos are out. Okay, and maybe you can leave in the comment section to let us know how much you will be giving your child in primary school.